welcome to video 4. In this video we'll be writing our first program in C language, and I'm very excited because in the past videos we have been focusing on the structure of C and why we need to learn C. But in this video we'll write our first program, and our flow will be: first we'll download an IDE, which is also an integrated development environment. I'll take you through that process, and then we'll just write our first code. So I wouldn't be writing the code, I'll just basically run the code, and I'll provide you with the code in the comment section. So for those who missed our past few videos, I encourage you to go back and watch them, and for those of us that have already watched them, congratulations, that's the spirit. And I look forward to seeing you in a few seconds when we'll be writing our first code. Lest I forget, the IDE that we'll be using is Dev C++, and the reason why I chose Dev C++ is that it's very easy to use, especially for beginners. So for those of us that might have coded before that used a different IDE, it's no problem. I just prefer Dev C++ because for people who are starting for the first time, it's so easy to work with. And one last thing, we'll only be using the IDE Dev C++ on PCs, not on the phone and on the Raspberry Pi, which is the other platforms where we'll be running the code. So in this video, basically we'll be running this code on 3 platforms. First on a computer, which is my laptop, and then on a smartphone, which is my phone, and lastly on a Raspberry Pi. So we'll put all this video into just one complete video. So be patient, and the idea is to prove to you guys that all these platforms are computers, so you don't necessarily need a computer to learn how to code. You could learn how to code using your phone. It's just that computers are a lot more convenient to learn with, because they have big keyboards that you could quickly type on and all of that. So see you guys very soon. Alright everyone, so now you have a picture of my screen, and we will go straight away to download the IDE. So you can use Internet Explorer or Google Chrome, whichever one that you use, and just type in Dev, it already even came out, Dev C++, and click enter. So you have several options. You have Dev C++ from SourceForge, you have from Bloodshed. I'll recommend just go with SourceForge, and you go right here, you click on download, and when you click on download, it should probably take a few seconds. Let's see, 3, 2, 1. Sorry. And then our download should begin. So this should take a few seconds, and we can begin installation. Let's wait a little bit. All right. Okay, so as you can see, download is complete right here. So we just click open. You can open, and you have this prompt to install the software. You click yes. Let's see if we get another prompt. Okay, so then you have this prompt. Please wait while setup is loading. So let's see. And now you have selection, asks you the language that you want. So depending on your language, you can select the one that you're comfortable with. I would recommend English because most codes are in English, then okay, then it asks for license, you click I agree, and then it asks for this, do you want to install the full file, you click next, and then it sends you to this place where it wants to install it in a directory. Now I won't be clicking, what you need to click here is install. It's actually already highlighted, but I won't be doing it because I already have it installed on my computer, as you can see. So when you install it, you should get an icon like this icon, dev C++ icon, and then in order to start the program, you just need to double click that icon like you would in any normal computer program. So I'll just cancel because I've already installed it on my computer. I'm sure you want to quit setup, yes. So for you shouldn't click cancel, you should click install. So I'll go straight now to our first program. I copied this program from an online platform and I didn't want to stress, waste too much time writing one. I just decided to copy it, and this will be our first program. It's a very, very simple C program. So basically what you have here is hash include stdio.h. basically that line means that the standard library should be included, and then int main, which is the main entry point or the main function, and then you have the main program within the main function. As you can see here, you have the braces, these braces right here kind of encloses the program itself. So in the program, the first line, the fifth line, that's this number 5, is printf. Printf is basically a command that tells your computer to print hello world to the output, and then this get is a function that prompts you as a user to press something, anything on the keyboard in order for the program to complete. Then return 0 basically ends the program. So I missed one thing. So I'll be providing the code in the comment section, this exact code, and what you need to do is go to this, when your program is installed, you open it and click here on file new. So as you can see, file new brings two options, source file or project file. You should click source file. When you click source file, you get something like this. It opens an untitled tab, and then you just copy the code that I'll provide in the comment section and paste it, Ctrl V right there, and save it, and that's it. And then you can run the function and it should run perfectly. So I'll close this right now. Close. Save changes, no, because I don't need that. So I already have the program here. So right now I'll click on execute and I'll click compile and run. So you can either click compile. So let's see what happens when I click compile. Now it shows that compilation is complete. Compilation time is 1.19 seconds. Now compilation means your program has been translated into machine code, but it is not running yet because you only clicked compile. So if you click run at this point, your program will run and it shows hello world. And then because we have this function, the get function right here, it wouldn't completely execute until you press anything on your keyboard, any button at all. You could press A, B, C, D, E, F, G, space, anything. So I'll press F, and then our program runs completely, and then it says press any key to continue. So basically what happens when you press any key to continue here is that it will just exit the program, and that means everything has ended. So that's it. So you get the idea. You copy this program that I'll give, open a new source file, paste it right there, and then compile, then run it. Alternatively, you can also click compile and run. It can happen at once, so you don't need to compile it first and run. That's too slow. So compile and run will do both in one session. So you see, just compiled it and then it ran it and shows us the hello world. And then when we click anything, enter A, B, C, anything, it completes the program, and then click again, and then it exits. So for those of us that have made it to this point, I'd like to say congratulations. And in our next C program we'll be running, in our next video we'll be running a different program which is a bit more complex than this, but it's just to get your hands dirty a little bit while we explore things. And then in video number 6 we will then go into discussing every single concept. So in this video we'll go next to the smartphone. I will try to run this exact same program in my smartphone using a particular software. So see you soon. Alright guys, so I am currently using a software to get a screenshot or a screencast of my smartphone, and I will need those that use Android phones to install this software. Go to Play Store and install it. XCXX Droid. This is the software that we will use to run the exact same program that we just ran now. We'll run it now on your smartphone. So you just click. Let me run the software right now. So okay, so it already has a main function right there. So what we'll do now is, since it already has the main function, or let's just ignore that and let's copy everything. I'll copy everything right from here and I'll paste it right in this place. Paste it right there. So let's see. Let me try to run it and see if it runs or if something happens. Okay. Error generated. Compile error undeclared identifier catch. Okay. So let me see if I comment out this catch. Let me comment out and try to run. Let me see if something. Okay. So program finished. It, as you can see, it ran on our phone, but for some reason I needed to comment out get. Commenting out is almost the same as canceling that line. For some reason, I don't know why it can't seem to recognize the get function, because the get function should be within, it should come with the standard library, which is our line 1, so, but for some reason it doesn't seem to recognize it. So for those of us running this program on the phone, you can comment out the get function and just run printf. It does something similar. It's just that the get function does it such that you have to click something for the program to completely run. But without that get function, you can still get your output hello world. As you see now, I've clicked it again, it shows hello world and program finished. So there you have it, guys. So the next video, the next platform will be Raspberry Pi. I'll make that one on a Raspberry Pi, and hopefully we can actually make a video, because this will be my first time doing this on the Raspberry Pi, but I'm very certain that the Raspberry Pi, on the Raspberry Pi, to work. It's just that the process of running this program on the Raspberry Pi is different, but I'm very certain it will work. So see you guys in a few seconds.
Hello everyone. So I've been able to successfully get a program that I could use to control the Raspberry Pi and give you a good screenshot. So we are going to be running our program, the exact program that we wrote. I will double click on this to show you that it's the exact program. Okay, so you can see the exact code. We are going to be running this code on Raspberry Pi. So I'll be running from the command line and not an IDE. So I will show you the step that I will normally follow to write it. So first you type GCC. GCC is the compiler. So by default, the compiler should be already installed, because Raspbian, which is the operating system of Raspberry Pi, is Linux based. So it already has this compiler. Then GCC, we have already written that. Then we write the program name that we want to run, and notice that I am already in the desktop directory, so I've already gone there, so we don't have to let me see. Okay, let me type list it. This is the command to list all the files that are on your desktop, so you can see that these are the files in desktop. As you can also see here, this is my Linux desktop. These are the files there. So now let's type the command to run our program. GCC, then the program name. First basic, wrong. First basic.c, then dash O, that's letter O, then name of the program that you want it to create. Like before a program can be able, before a program runs, it has to create an executable file. So this is the code, this is the this is the line that we use to create that executable file. So this last line here, this first, will be the name of let's call it first B, will be the name of the program that will be created. So now let's click enter. So clicked enter, what happened? Let's see. So from what I see now, I think this Getch program seems to be giving some problem in some systems. So let's comment out the Getch. Let's comment it out, because it seems like some systems have issues with it. So let's now let's run this again, this exact same line, first B, and if it runs, then it should create a file named first B. As you can see here, first B has been created. You can see this right here, right? So let's move it here, so you can see it clearer here, because it's a dark background. First B has been created. Now to run first B, write let me click on this, and dot slash first B, and let's click enter. See, it's wrote hello world. So hello world is written right here. So as you can see, this program also runs on Raspberry Pi. All right guys, so you have it. You can be able to learn programming on any platform, so don't let the platforms that you have access to limit you.